Okay guys, so now we will see what is the difference between sum and SumX in DAX. Okay, so guys, if you like the video, please hit the bell icon, subscribe to my channel, and like the video and share it with your friends. And before continuing, I would strongly recommend you to watch the previous videos on Power BI introduction, Power Query, and then do the data modeling and come to this DAX part. Let us see the difference between what is sum and SumX. So this X is nothing but an iterator function. So I'll show you how you can use that in DAX. So before that, again, I would like to give you the example of Excel. Let me jump on to Excel. So if you remember our previous session, we have seen like how to create a new measure. So this can be a new measure in Power BI and a new column. So let me just show you again. So this is new column. We have derived this by using a formula here, and this is a new column and this is a new measure. So you can just use a sum and you can see that. Now, what is the difference between sum and SumX? Here we have already used the sum. Okay, you can see sum. Suppose if I will calculate the sum of the suppose sum of the sales amount. So I'll go here, I'll click, I'll give sum, then I'll open the bracket, I'll choose all this and close the bracket and click on OK. So you can see that we got a sum of the sales amount. We can do this in a new measure. Now, if my requirement is I want the total product cost as per order, like I want this sum, but I don't want a new column here, because if I get a new column, I simply keep on adding a data here. So the size of this data set becomes more. So I don't want to add a new column, but I want a sum directly showing here. So I hope you understood my requirement. Let me go back to my data view in Power BI and show it again. Suppose this is my total unit price and this is a derived column, or you can call a calculated new column, which I have done it. Suppose if I get a total sum of this. So how to get a sum of this? So I can go to table tools and get a new measure, and I will calculate the sum of the total unit price. So let me click on new measure and then you get, so I'll say a new column name as total unit price. I'll just take UP as a unit price and I'll write sum of which column I want to make, that is your total unit price. Let me close the bracket and click on OK. So this measure will create the sum of all the unit price. Okay, so sum of all the unit price. So if I go back to my report and take that into a card visual like this, and here you can see that so the total unit price is 110.94 million. Now if you remember, how did we get this total unit price? First we have calculated total unit price. From that we have calculated the measure. So this is one way, but for to calculate the total unit price, we have done first a new column, and from that new column we have created a new measure. So what if without getting a new column, can I calculate the total sales or total unit price? Definitely I can calculate by using a iterator function. So let me show you how it works. So this is sum. Syntax is also simple. Sum column name. But when you go to the SumX, which is a part of aggregation function only. So let me open the aggregation function, scroll down and look at SumX. See the syntax. SumX, first it will ask you for which table you want to use the SumX, and then expression on top of that. So if you scroll down and if you look at SumX and table name, so for now just avoid this filter, table name and some expression, like any of the expression. So let me show you hands on here. So what I'll do, I'll take a new measure. Let me go to data view so that you can understand which columns I'm referring. So let me take a new measure and I'll say total unit price 2. Now I'll use SumX function. In SumX, it is asking me for the table name. So the table is your sales table. Sales table. I'll put a tab here, then put a comma. Now you can see how your IntelliSense is useful. Now a highlighted one is your table. When I press a comma, so it will change to expression. Now it is asking me for the expression. So I want an expression like I will multiply this unit price with the order quantity. So I'll take order quantity, which is in the sales table, multiply it with the unit price, this column. Okay. I don't want this column actually, unit price. So now let me just close it and press enter. Let me check what I'll get. So once I click on OK, so I got a new measure, and you cannot see new measure on this column, that because it is a new measure, it is a scalar value. So I got total unit price 2. Now if I go back to my report view and just cross verify whether I got the same value or not, total unit price 2, and change that to a card visual, you can see that we got a same value. Now, without calculating a new column, I have done it by without using a derived column with the help of SumX function. So X means an iterator function, and behind the scene, what is happening? So let me zoom in. So to zoom this, just press Control and scroll up. Okay, scroll up with your mouse. You can see zoom in and zoom out on this formula bar. So what does this X iterator function do? It will calculate every row. So let me show you here. It will calculate every row behind the scene. You cannot see that how it is calculated. So these two values are calculated, these two values are calculated, these two values are multiplied, and whatever value you get, sum of all that is shown here. So now no need of deriving the formula, or no need of deriving a new column. So you can delete this now. So you can click on delete here, or you can go to these options, more options, and you can just delete from the model. So it will ask you to confirm. You just say yes, and it is deleting. So you can delete it. Once I go to report, you get an error here because this total unit price is calculated based on this column name. So we have deleted this column. It will show you the error that this table is not found. So I will delete this also. So this is how sum and SumX work. So X is your iterator function in the DAX. So that will work similar to mean and min and minx, max and maxx, product and productx. So that X works similar to this sum and SumX. I hope you understood the difference between the sum and the SumX iterator function. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. If you like the content, please like the video and share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Please help us grow. Thank you again.